Welcome to Evolvian. Stoic wisdom of Epictetus. Epictetus was born around 55 AD in Hierapolis, Phrygia, present-day Pamukkale, Turkey. He was enslaved at a young age and served as a slave to a wealthy Roman until he was eventually freed. Despite his humble beginnings, Epictetus went on to become one of the most influential Stoic philosophers of his time. After gaining his freedom, Epictetus began studying philosophy under the Stoic teacher Musonius Rufus. He later established his own school of philosophy in Nicopolis, Greece, where he taught until his death around 135 AD. Epictetus's teachings were focused on practical ethics and personal development. He emphasized the importance of living in accordance with nature, which, for Stoics, meant living in harmony with reason and virtue. His philosophy aimed at achieving inner tranquility, ataraxia, and eudaimonia, flourishing, through the cultivation of virtue and the acceptance of what is beyond our control. Epictetus's teachings were recorded by his student, Arrian in the Discourses and the Enchiridion, which have been influential works in Stoic philosophy for centuries. The Dichotomy of Control. The dichotomy of control is a fundamental concept in Epictetus's Stoic philosophy. It distinguishes between things that are within our control, internal, and things that are outside of our control, external. Internal things include our thoughts, beliefs, desires, attitudes, and actions. These are aspects of ourselves that we have the power to influence and change through deliberate effort. External things encompass events, circumstances, other people's actions, and the natural world. These are beyond our direct control and are subject to the workings of fate, chance, and the actions of others. Epictetus teaches that true freedom and peace of mind come from recognizing and accepting the distinction between what is within our control and what is not. By focusing our attention and efforts on what we can control, our own attitudes, choices, and actions, we can cultivate inner tranquility and resilience. Accepting what is beyond our control does not mean passivity or indifference, but rather an acknowledgement of reality. It involves approaching external events with equanimity, recognizing that our peace of mind should not depend on external circumstances. By internalizing the dichotomy of control, individuals can free themselves from unnecessary anxiety, frustration, and suffering caused by trying to control things beyond their power, leading to a more fulfilling and virtuous life. Accepting external events. Epictetus teaches that external events are indifferent in themselves. It is our judgments about them that determine their impact on us. He emphasizes the importance of accepting external events with equanimity, regardless of whether they are perceived as good or bad. Stoicism teaches that the key to inner peace lies in cultivating an attitude of acceptance and detachment from external circumstances. Rather than becoming emotionally attached to specific outcomes, Stoics advocate for maintaining a sense of inner tranquility and resilience in the face of life's ups and downs. Accepting external events does not mean being passive or resigned to fate. Instead, it involves recognizing the limitations of our control and focusing on how we respond to events rather than trying to control the events themselves. By practicing acceptance, individuals can reduce unnecessary suffering and emotional turmoil, allowing them to approach life with greater clarity, resilience, and peace of mind. The Stoic discipline of desire. Epictetus teaches that many of our sufferings stem from our desires and attachments to external things. He advocates for aligning our desires with what is within our control and letting go of attachments to external outcomes. Stoicism teaches that true happiness and fulfillment come from cultivating inner qualities such as wisdom, courage, and virtue, rather than seeking fulfillment in external possessions or achievements. The Stoic discipline of desire involves practicing moderation and self-control, recognizing that external possessions and achievements are ultimately transient and outside of our control. Epictetus emphasizes the importance of distinguishing between what is genuinely good, virtue, moral character, and what is merely preferred or dispreferred. By focusing on cultivating virtuous qualities rather than pursuing external goals, individuals can achieve a deeper sense of fulfillment and inner tranquility. By practicing the discipline of desire, individuals can free themselves from the tyranny of fleeting desires and attachments, leading to a more resilient, virtuous, and fulfilling life. Enduring hardships with Stoic resilience. Epictetus believed that hardships and challenges are inevitable aspects of life. Rather than avoiding or resisting them, he advocated for facing them with resilience and embracing them as opportunities for growth and character development. Stoicism teaches that adversity can be a valuable teacher, providing opportunities for individuals to cultivate virtues such as courage, patience, and perseverance. Epictetus emphasizes the importance of maintaining a mindset of resilience in the face of hardship. This involves reframing challenges as opportunities for personal growth and learning, rather than viewing them as insurmountable obstacles. By embracing hardships with stoic resilience, individuals can develop greater inner strength, wisdom, and character, ultimately leading to a more fulfilling and meaningful life. The Stoic practice of self-examination. Epictetus placed great emphasis on self-examination and reflection as essential practices for personal development and moral growth. Stoicism teaches that self-awareness is crucial for living a virtuous and fulfilling life. By regularly examining our thoughts, actions, and values, we can identify areas for improvement and strive to align ourselves more closely with Stoic principles. Epictetus encourages individuals to scrutinize their beliefs, desires, and behaviors, questioning whether they are in accordance with reason and virtue. The Stoic practice of self-examination involves cultivating mindfulness and attentiveness to our inner world, as well as seeking feedback from others to gain a more objective understanding of ourselves. By engaging in regular self-examination, individuals can develop greater self-awareness, integrity, and moral clarity, leading to a more authentic and fulfilling way of life. Living in accordance with nature. Epictetus, like other Stoic philosophers, believed in living in accordance with nature. However, the Stoic conception of nature is broader than just the natural world. It encompasses the rational order of the universe. Living in accordance with nature involves aligning one's thoughts, actions, and values with reason and virtue. This means embracing reason as the guiding principle of life and cultivating virtues such as wisdom, courage, justice, and self-discipline. Epictetus teaches that by living in harmony with nature, individuals can attain inner tranquility, fulfillment, and eudaimonia, flourishing. This involves accepting the natural order of the universe and recognizing our place within it. Living in accordance with nature also entails recognizing our interconnectedness with all living beings and cultivating a sense of compassion, empathy, and solidarity with others. By embracing reason and virtue as guiding principles for life, individuals can live more authentically and in alignment with their true nature, leading to greater fulfillment and inner peace. The importance of virtue. Epictetus considers virtue to be the cornerstone of a meaningful and fulfilling life. Stoicism teaches that true happiness and flourishing come from cultivating moral excellence and virtuous character. Virtue, for Epictetus, encompasses qualities such as wisdom, courage, justice, and self-discipline. These virtues are considered intrinsically valuable and are pursued for their own sake, rather than for external rewards or recognition. Epictetus emphasizes that external possessions, status, and achievements are ultimately transient and subject to circumstances beyond our control. In contrast, virtue is the one thing that is entirely within our control and can never be taken away from us. The Stoic sage, or ideal wise person, is someone who embodies virtuous qualities and lives in accordance with reason and nature, regardless of external circumstances. By prioritizing the cultivation of virtue in our lives, individuals can attain a deeper sense of fulfillment, integrity, and inner tranquility, regardless of external successes or failures. Maintaining inner peace. Amidst adversity, Epictetus provides strategies for maintaining inner peace and tranquility amidst adversity, emphasizing the power of rational judgment and acceptance. Stoicism teaches that while we cannot always control external events, we can control our reactions to them. Epictetus advises cultivating rational judgment and perspective to navigate challenging situations with equanimity. Central to maintaining inner peace is the practice of accepting reality as it is, without resisting or denying it. This acceptance allows individuals to approach difficulties with clarity and resilience, rather than being consumed by negative emotions. Epictetus encourages individuals to focus on what is within their control, namely, their own attitudes, choices, and responses, rather than dwelling on external circumstances beyond their power to change. By developing the habit of rational judgment and acceptance, individuals can cultivate inner peace and resilience, enabling them to face adversity with grace and dignity. The role of Stoic mindfulness. Epictetus emphasizes the importance of mindfulness and present-moment awareness in Stoic practice. Mindfulness involves paying attention to our thoughts, emotions, and actions with clarity and non-judgmental awareness. Stoic mindfulness helps individuals to maintain clarity of thought and emotional resilience, enabling them to respond to situations with wisdom and virtue, rather than reacting impulsively. Epictetus teaches that, by cultivating mindfulness, individuals can become more aware of their automatic reactions and habitual patterns of thinking, allowing them to choose more constructive responses. Mindfulness also helps individuals to stay grounded in the present moment, rather than dwelling on past regrets or worrying about future uncertainties. By incorporating mindfulness into daily life, individuals can develop greater self-awareness, emotional intelligence, and inner peace, ultimately leading to a more fulfilling and virtuous way of living. Facing death with Stoic serenity. Epictetus offers reflections on death and mortality, advocating for approaching death with acceptance and tranquility. Stoicism teaches that death is a natural part of life, and that fearing it only leads to unnecessary suffering. Instead, Epictetus encourages individuals to accept the inevitability of death, and to live their lives with purpose and virtue. By embracing the Stoic perspective on death, individuals can cultivate a sense of serenity and acceptance, recognizing death as a natural and inevitable transition, rather than something to be feared. Epictetus reminds us that our time on earth is limited and encourages us to live each day with mindfulness, integrity, and gratitude, making the most of the time we have. By confronting our mortality with Stoic serenity, we can live more fully in the present moment, free from the anxiety and regret that often accompany thoughts of death. The Stoic practice of resilient action. Epictetus teaches the importance of taking resilient action in the face of challenges, emphasizing the need to maintain moral integrity and virtuous behavior. Stoicism emphasizes that while we cannot always control external events, we can control our responses to them. Epictetus advises responding to challenges with courage, resilience, and moral integrity. The Stoic practice of resilient action involves facing difficulties with determination and perseverance, even in the face of adversity. It means staying true to our principles and values, regardless of the obstacles we encounter. Epictetus encourages individuals to cultivate inner strength and resilience through disciplined practice and self-mastery, enabling them to navigate life's challenges with grace and dignity. By embracing the Stoic practice of resilient action, individuals can cultivate a sense of empowerment and agency, enabling them to live with integrity and purpose, even in the face of adversity. The Stoic perspective on freedom. Epictetus offers a unique perspective on freedom, emphasizing inner freedom as the ability to maintain autonomy over one's thoughts, emotions, and actions. Stoicism teaches that true freedom lies not in external circumstances, but in the mastery of one's internal world. Epictetus encourages individuals to cultivate self-mastery and self-discipline, enabling them to remain calm and composed in the face of external challenges. Inner freedom, for Epictetus, involves liberating oneself from the tyranny of irrational desires, attachments, and emotions. It means cultivating a sense of inner tranquility and resilience, regardless of external circumstances. Epictetus reminds us that while we cannot always control what happens to us, we can control how we respond to it. True freedom, therefore, lies in our ability to choose our responses wisely and virtuously, regardless of external constraints. By embracing the Stoic perspective on freedom, individuals can cultivate a greater sense of autonomy, dignity, and self-respect, enabling them to live with greater integrity and purpose. Overcoming negative emotions. Epictetus provides practical advice on overcoming negative emotions, such as anger, fear, and anxiety, through rational examination and Stoic practices. Stoicism teaches that negative emotions often arise from irrational judgments and attachments to external things. Epictetus advises individuals to challenge these irrational beliefs and desires through rational examination and introspection. The Stoic practice of overcoming negative emotions involves recognizing the transient nature of emotions and cultivating a sense of inner detachment from them. It means refraining from being swept away by fleeting emotions and instead maintaining a sense of inner tranquility and equanimity. Epictetus encourages individuals to cultivate virtues such as patience, resilience, and compassion, which serve as antidotes to negative emotions. By focusing on cultivating virtuous qualities, individuals can reduce the grip of negative emotions on their lives and cultivate a greater sense of inner peace and contentment. By incorporating Stoic practices into daily life, individuals can develop greater emotional resilience, mental clarity, and inner peace, enabling them to live more fulfilling and meaningful lives. Living a life of eudaimonia. Eudaimonia is a central concept in Stoic philosophy, referring to a state of flourishing, fulfillment, and human excellence. Epictetus teaches that the ultimate goal of Stoic philosophy is to achieve eudaimonia by living in accordance with reason and virtue. Stoicism emphasizes that true happiness and fulfillment come from cultivating virtuous qualities such as wisdom, courage, justice, and self-discipline, rather than pursuing external goods or pleasures. Eudaimonia is not contingent upon external circumstances, but is instead a state of inner tranquility and contentment that arises from living a life of virtue and integrity. Epictetus encourages individuals to focus on what is within their control, namely their own attitudes, choices, and actions, and to align themselves with Stoic principles in pursuit of eudaimonia. By living a life of virtue and cultivating inner qualities such as wisdom, courage, and compassion, individuals can attain a deeper sense of fulfillment, purpose, and meaning in life. Eudaimonia is not a static state, but rather an ongoing process of growth and self-improvement, requiring continual practice and reflection. By embracing Stoic philosophy and striving to live a life of virtue, individuals can achieve eudaimonia and experience a profound sense of fulfillment and flourishing in their lives.